Hey there friends, Rowan back here with another video. Haven't done a vloggy type thing in a little bit, but figured it was time. I've been talking about doing this for a while, but I've been putting it off because I didn't feel comfortable doing it. Still don't really, but I feel like it has to be said, otherwise it's all just gonna kind of stay internalized. So, as you probably saw by the title, this is kind of like about my mental health and stuff that's been going on recently. So let's dive in. It's been kind of weird recently just because, like, new school year, we're about 10 weeks in. And I'm having a lot of fun and, like, I'm in some new clubs, like, meeting some new people. But my mind and heart aren't quite there, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. But there are some, like, little things that I feel like are making me hold myself back almost. I know that kind of sounds strange, but it's like my mind is holding me, and I'm not quite sure how to deal with that yet, so meh. With school, this year I'm taking my first AP course, which stands for Advanced Placement, and it basically means it's a college level course being taught, like, at a high school level type thing. So it's like you're taking in all the material that you would if it was a college level course, but like as a high schooler I'm learning. So I'm taking AP World History, and I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm taking a lot of honors classes too, which means that there is a bigger workload, and I feel like that is kind of the thing where it's like I feel the need to be doing really well because it's an honors class, and like I try to think of myself as a good student, but a lot of it's just like I have terrible work habits, so just a whole bunch of stuff builds up, and then it's like a day before stuff is due, and then I'm just like trying to rush it out, and it's never good, and that's also kind of resulting in like not eating properly or getting a lot of sleep. So for me, a good night's sleep would be like 7.5 to 8 hours, but I'm probably getting between like 5 to 6 on a good night. Most nights I'm getting like 6 hours of sleep, which probably isn't the most healthy for a 15-year-old kid, but it's just like I have trouble falling asleep, partly because I stay up so late like doing homework, which is my own fault. I need to stop putting stuff off, but it's also just like busy brain, I guess. Is that what they call it? It's like my thoughts keep racing, but I don't know how to stop it, so just, it's a pain. And, like, little sleep combined with too much work from school just culminates in a whole bunch of other crap. With mental health in relation to, like, my queer identities, that's become an interesting thing, because this year I'm entirely out to everyone, except, like, one person in my life, but they most definitely know. I just haven't said anything to them yet. But, like, I'm out at, like, church, my teachers, school, everywhere pretty much. So, like, it's amazing to see how supportive everyone has been. But, like, there are still, like, a few people, like, there are people who know, but they just, like, aren't respectful of it. So, like, it's just a feeling you get where you know that someone just, like, doesn't respect you, and you can tell it's because, like, a very specific reason, and that's kind of been coming up a couple of times. So, like, there's a kid who sits in front of me in one of my classes, and he is not the nicest, like, just in general, and I feel somewhat uncomfortable sitting behind him. There's not much I can do about it, but, like, I wish there was. So school's interesting with that, and like everyone's been doing really well with my pronouns, which I'm really happy about. Like my friends who I just came out to around a month ago are adjusting, and we like worked out this little system, so like they correct it quickly, and I like say something if they slip up, but it's like a quick and respectful thing, so that's good. Another thing is just like hearing like gendered terms. And I know that sounds weird, but, like, when I'm in science or something and, like, someone comes up to my lab table and is like, how's it going, ladies? Because everyone else in my group is, like, a girl, and, like, we're all friends, and it's really cool. But it's just like, it feels weird being grouped in with that, and I know that sounds stupid, but for me it's just one of my little, like, I guess like a just little thing. It's hard for me to look in the mirror, honestly. This is back more so to my body rather than like social dysphoria. That's something new within like the past month and a half, where like I have trouble looking at my own body in the mirror. Like I have to be wearing something like a baggy sweatshirt, or like I have to be binding or something that just like hides my chest. I've had mental breakdowns because of just like seeing my body in the mirror, and it's not a fun time. I have trouble like looking at my own body, and I don't know how people view me based on my body, and that's another thing where it's like, if someone's like walking past me on the street and they see my chest, they're gonna be like, "Oh, girl." And that's just something that I'm just like, no. All of this probably sounds really silly and stupid, but this is my reality. And I'm not quite sure how to talk about a lot of this, so somehow that's culminated in this video. But I do have a couple of good friends who I always know that I can talk to, like, who I know will listen, but it's just that feeling of, like, I'm being a burden on them, and I don't want to, like, drive them away. Because oftentimes I feel like talking about my emotions is, like, annoying. I know that, like, all my friends are always like, no, it's okay, just talk to me, it's fine. And I say the exact culminates in feeling like I'm being a burden on others when I talk about it, like my dysphoria, and it's just another thing that, like, not a lot of my friends would understand it. Out of my main group of friends, there are only a couple of us who, like, don't match the gender we were assigned at birth. So I don't really talk about my dysphoria too much. I probably should, but, like, I don't know how to do it in, like, a healthy way, if that makes sense. Whenever I start to try and talk about it with someone, I usually just, like, start changing the subject as soon as I realize what I'm doing, or I just try to avoid the topic altogether because I'm not uncomfortable with sharing that part of my life with people. It's more so just, like, I'm uncomfortable with myself being open. I feel almost like people are going to view me in a different way, or like pity me or something, if I talk about my dysphoria and how it, like, affects me every day. Every time I look in the mirror or hear someone say something that doesn't feel right, it's just like a tiny, like, it's like a nick. Like a tiny stab or something. After a while, it all just adds up and culminates into something. I'm not sure what, but it's just, like, not good. I need to figure out better ways to cope with my crap going on. But for now, that's about all there is to say. Thanks for sticking around for so long and listening to me ramble about my life. I know I'm in a situation where I'm pretty lucky that a lot of people do accept me, but it's still a bit weird and tricky to move around. So thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, give a comment. If you didn't like it, tell me what I can do better in the comments if you want to. This is just my experiences. My experiences are going to be different from everyone else's. We all lead our own lives, so just do the best that you can with what you have, I guess. Thanks for watching.